at 7 o'clock where we take prayer requests and we actually pray hot food. If you're homeless, if you're needy, if you're whatever, you come by and we will serve you a hot meal 9:30 and 10:30, 11 till we serve everybody who's done. And if you have a way to take food home for a family or whatever, then we will give you a cardboard box full of food if you need it to take home. And we normally give out lots and lots of those, push it out, help people in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. So that hopefully when we tell them about the salvation that Jesus offers and how he wants to save their soul, then they'll listen to that as well. Show them the love of Jesus for their physical life and show the love of Jesus for their eternal soul. All of our services, our worship services, Bible studies, and so forth are online, and you can find them on our website, freedomfellowshipmbc.com. You can find them through our app that's in the App Store, and we have this broadcast, and of course on Tuesday nights we have Brother Jim Perkins, who has prayer time, live, real time, takes prayer requests and prays for them, and it's beautiful. And of course this program is Bible Answers to Your Questions, where we take questions about the Bible, about life, about whatever, and we answer them. People, yellow people, brown people, doesn't do that, not mentioned like that in the Bible. The Bible does identify people by their nationalities, by their country of origin, or where they live. Israelites, Samaritans, Philistines, Gentiles or non-Israelites, the Romans, the Babylonians, Ethiopians, where they came from, not by skin color or whatever. The Bible does also identify people by their religion. Okay, do they worship the true God, the Yahweh, the I Am, the Lord? Do they worship Him, the God of the Bible, or do they worship false gods? Baal, Marduk, Dagon, Zeus, because the inhabitants of their land, and they go a-whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a-whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a-whoring after their gods. Thou shalt make thee no molten gods. So again, marrying people outside the nation of Israel, the reason for that God gives here repeatedly is because they'll influence you to worship false gods. You're not to worship other gods. And so that's the reason God gives there. Again, in Deuteronomy, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 7. Deuteronomy chapter 7. This is the second giving of the law, and this is just before they enter the promised land. God reminds them of all of His laws for them. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 1 through 4. Deuteronomy 7, 1 through 4. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shall not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for, meaning because, they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. So again, God talks about when you enter the promised land, Israel, when you enter the promised land, and I move all these people out of there, you don't marry into these people because, not because of their skin color, not because they're a different nationality, but because they worship false gods. And